So I'm Hicham Tahiri-Alaoui from Morocco. I'm a professional business trainer and I'm part in many NGOs here in Morocco. So I would like to thank all of you for being here, as well as Anne for giving me this opportunity to speak about how do youth view the use of the emerging technologies. Well, this topic has many aspects to be dealt with as far as we talk about youths, and they are considered as natives of the new technology or the era of the digital era. So when we talk about this topic, we should consider the fact that we deal with the pre-COVID 19 and the post-COVID 19. Before the COVID-19, the youth were facing the biggest issue, which is how to deal with the elderly people or the adults in the society as a general idea or general picture, and how to stand and defend their right to use the internet the way they see it fits. Whereas many articles and scientific researchers were against the access of use of the internet, which maybe drove the youth to use, or many of them to use the internet the inappropriate way. So the excessive exposure to the video games and so on. Whereas the post-COVID, we can call it era, which is now, help the youth to discover and the society in all to discover another dimension in of the internet use, which facilitates every aspect of the day-to-day life, as well as the administrative dimension of it, the academic dimension, and many other aspects that were easier to use with the internet. So the way not only the youth are seeing the internet or using the digital world now is and will never be the same. So the digital age natives today are seeing more opportunities in the internet as far as they were introduced to platforms where they can even work and earn money and we can say even impose themselves in this new era. So they can even now work with the government, providing some content which can be used in education, and some of them can also use their knowledge and their abilities to develop some programs which were very useful and helpful in the remote education. We can witness some programs which were developed in the challenge meant by or led by the Ministry of Education. As you know, the exams of the baccalaureate exams will take place in 2 or 3 days in Morocco, and it was very challenging for teachers as well as for parents and for students to keep up with the lessons. Well, the use of the new technologies and the new platforms were challenging to the point that the interaction between youth and elderly people or adults increased in a huge way, and the learning process went vice versa. And for the first time, the learning process was reciprocal and not from one way. So the youth are considering now this the technology or the digital age as an opportunity that will allow them um, to take over and be as they never were regarded by the community. So as I said, this digital era now, where we had or when where the elderly hand most of the daily tasks over to the youth is today restricted, or the World Wide Web is restricted by many rules, so that the youth can use it with kind of responsibility, and not use it and retreat to the old-fashioned way, where internet is referred to as a harmful space where youth are just spending their free time, and it was referred to as a waste of time. Today, we can see the opportunities out of it, and it is a space to be fully exploited and full of energies that should be, um, as I said, fully exploited. So um, we should enhance the youth learning and empowerment. So the tremendous health impact that the internet had can be used to reshape the way we see it and the way we use it in our favor. And thank you all for listening.